At Cypress College, they had a fast track for mortuary sciences, so there was a shitload of goths.
Mortuary sciences is crazy.
They had a fast track there.
That's
So it's hella goth people.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Care for Boys, where, hey, curiosity. How did you guys decide, land on, or choose your college major?
What the fuck?
Did you
I thought you were
graduate?
about to say something. We were all waiting for you to say something.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that out loud.
The thinking face if you don't got nothing to say.
No, well, mine was for me,
Well, it goes like this.
because you know what the
It all started
you know what the hump was like, oh, my story's not that interesting. It was like, oh well, this is gonna be a quick one.
All right, buckle up, boys.
Nick's like, I like fitness, so I got the most fitness one.
I like CSUN.
Well, I didn't know what I was gonna do, so I started in business. I took a bunch of business classes, and I wanted to put a fucking gun in my mouth.
Okay, but also that means that you didn't have like an understanding of what you wanted to do, which would dictate which college you would need to get into. Because, you know, sometimes people are like, I want to be this major, I want to do this in my field, so this is a good school for this type of programming.
Right? I did the community college route, so I was taking a bunch of GEs, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I took a business class. I wanted to blow my brains out. And it was like the most low level, and I probably didn't give it enough of a chance. I was taking a bunch of science classes. I liked that more. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to do better in these classes. So then I started going towards like the physical therapy route, the PT route and stuff. And that's when I decided to fucking make the jump, because business was so fucking boring and I didn't know what to do with it. So I was kind of just like kind of lost essentially. So and then I was like, all right, let me work in like sciences, health field. I volunteered at a hospital, see if I liked that setting. Didn't really like it because it was just kind of sad all the time. And I was like, everyone seems miserable here. I'd rather work in a different setting. And that's when I was like, maybe I could do physical therapy. And I started going down that route.
Were you still in community college with GE stuff for this? Or
yeah, when I was volunteering and I was doing all that. And then once I did all my GEs towards like the Bachelor's of Science, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm going to do kinesiology. And I went to CSUN because they had a good kinesiology program.
What
That was
made you
pretty much
not
it.
end up doing physical therapy?
I saw how they were doing physical therapy, and I think I've told this story on here before. I was volunteering at the hospital, and then I went to go volunteer with the physical therapy department. And my first day there was a guy in a full body cast,
Oh, shit. What the
except for like the knee down on one leg.
Oh, my God.
And this dude is in a wheelchair.
The God Milk commercial.
No, honestly, that's how cartoonish it was. And like that's exactly what I thought. And his PT was, he was in a wheelchair and he was just trying to extend his leg and pull his wheelchair like this. And he was like screaming in pain. He was calling the physical therapist a cocksucker. He was like, "You're a fucking cocksucker." I swear it was out of a movie. And the physical therapist, I remember looking at him, he looked so like depressed, and he had like a really thin ponytail, and he just was like looking at him like he hated his job. And I saw that, and maybe that wasn't, I needed to volunteer more than one day.
Yeah.
But I saw that and I go, I don't think I want to be around this. Yeah. And then they would have me volunteer at like the NICU and all that. That was fucking sad, because you would see just a bunch of little kids like tied up to tubes and like on their worst days ever. You know, I would guests would give them flowers and I would go deliver flowers to their rooms. It was like heartbreaking, dude. And, you know, you see the look on the faces of the nurses like having to deal with all that. And I was like, I don't think this is going to be for me. Like, I just figured, I was like, maybe I don't want to be a part of that.
But what's your paycheck, though?
Yeah, for sure. And I did EMTs. I did that for a little bit. Felt like that wasn't for me either.
EMT. Wow, I didn't know you tried that.
And I was trying out a bunch of different things. But yeah, that was my story. So,
Did you guys switch a lot of majors too, or did you just go like, this is what I'm gonna do?
Me.
Mine was the most Chinese way possible. So I knew I was gonna go pre-med starting from community college, and then so I'm like, okay, cool. If the end goal is gonna be medical school, the highest chance, so everything goes by the highest chances. The highest chances of getting into a good medical school is coming from a good 4-year university. The highest chances of getting into a 4-year university is going undeclared, because you don't have to compete with, because like if you already are declared, then you're competing with that major. I don't have the best grades at the time. So I'm not going to like try to go against some fucking bio or like chem major who's already been getting 4.0. So I said, oh, okay. So what people had said the sneaky way is you go in undeclared the first day of orientation. You go, aha, I know what I want to do. And then you declare your major there.
You ever consider doing the sneakier one where you pick the most lowest population major, like Russian studies?
No, so I heard with the science one, for some reason you couldn't switch. It's easier to go from undeclared to whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So I got in that way.
Day one, he's walking in going, I don't want to do Russian studies anymore. Can I? Maybe medical stuff?
And then I asked around out of all the sciences, which one was the easiest one? And they said psychobio was the easiest. So I just signed up for that one.
Very logical.
Very statistics and best chances based.
Very Bart-brained.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But there's a but in the future of your story, though.
He became a clown instead.
I don't think he became.
Patch Adams instead of a doctor.
Did you drop out of that major?
Laughter is the best.
No, that's
medicine.
what I just finished it because I was like too like once you're like a science major, you're like too deep because you got to take a year of chem, a year of bio, a year of physics, a year of like OChem. Like you have to, like whatever science major you are, you for some reason you have to do GEs for all the sciences. So like you're so fucking deeply invested. I was like, fuck it, I'll just finish. Yeah, I'll just fucking finish. I don't give a fuck. Even
a
though
hard path.
Even though by that time I knew I didn't want to do it anymore.
Would you have done it different knowing this, like where you're actually at now?
If I was going to, yeah,
Say you're like quote unquote too deep in, but like you look in the future, you're like, I don't use none of that shit. What would you do different?
at that time I still needed it because I didn't really accomplish much in life. I think I needed to finish something because I got kicked out of all these schools, you know, and then I was like a fuck up here, fuck up there. So I think I needed to complete something to go, oh yeah, I could do something, and then kind of have that confidence to go to cross the finish line because I haven't crossed many finish lines by that point. But with like, if we're talking about how I would advise Taika, I'd be like, yeah, just follow your heart. And then, you know, and I would make him try to finish something. Like my goal would be by the time he gets to college age, like he's crossed his soccer finish line. He's crossed his jiu-jitsu finish line. Like he's done all these other things in life that I know he has the confidence he could finish. Now, when you're actually going to pick your passion or your job, just pick something that really like lights you on fire.
Ninjutsu.
Studying same-sex behavior in orcas.
Yo, gender studies.
If you want to watch those gay ass whales, then fuck it then.
Gender studies major, oceanography minor.
With an emphasis on same-sex whales.
Orcas, yeah.
How about you guys? How did you guys choose your major?
I think mine was very simple too. I just was it a dance major? I did all my GEs and then I transferred from Cypress College to UCI, and then I just remember I wanted to do the furthest thing from math because I suck at math, and then I realized like, oh, there's so many subsets to like, I guess like wordsmith types of majors. Like there's English, and then beneath English there's so many like divisions.
Journalism,
and then I saw journalism,
communication,
and then UCI had a different thing called literary journalism, which I really really enjoyed because that's more like, it's less like what is it, like reporting, and it's more like reporting with an edge, or like making it more interesting or making it more engaging. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. That's cool. Like that's creative writing. And it just had more, I'm bad at things that have like a very clear right or wrong answer. So I was like, oh, this feels more subjective. And I just did that. And then I dropped out after like 2 years.
That's why he's such a good writer.
So you didn't complete. Did you go straight into?
No, I
high
have like
school
one semester left.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sick.
Because ABDC fucking
one
happened. And
semester.
that's,
If I
Damn.
followed what I did at the time, I probably should have been a kinesiology major.
oh.
Because it was like, I think it was so ingrained in my head to do what my parents wanted me to do. But I was already like so into working out that I would like buy every muscle and fitness magazine I could afford and learn about how the body works, how the muscles work and all that stuff. That like now, because I never really had a passion, I recognize what a passion is now.
Right.
He had this really weird magazine. It was a fitness magazine where like you get really turned on because there's these hot girls, and then you flip a page and there's a buff guy. And I was like,
And then you're more turned on.
I'm like, why is this magazine like? I feel like they're trying to like convert straight guys into gay guys.
That's fitness.
Slow roll you into being gay.
But it was it was literally like super hardcore, like titties out, everything, and you're like,
Titties
"Ooh,
out?"
yeah. And then you flip the page, and you're like, why is this guy look like Ron Coleman and all these like super veiny dudes? And
Are
I'm
you sure
like,
the beginning of the magazine didn't say if you're straight, turn every other page?
do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that thing?
So there was like at that time, so this is before social media, right? So like magazines were like the social media pages. Like just like every other genre, you have kind of like mainstream, which would be like Men's Health. Then you have slightly edgier. Then you would go like Muscle and Fitness. And then the most hardcore one, I forgot what it was called. I think it was like called Iron something.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
That one was the like hardcore. If you go in the back, you could buy steroids and shit. Like that was the hardcore one.
Was it just called Iron Man?
Or Iron Magazine. It could be one of those.
Yeah.
So like it was like the chicks are wearing like a fucking string that covers the titties.
Yeah.
But then the next one would be like fucking some jacked ass dude. And then the next page you could buy like fucking dick enlargement pills. It's just crazy.
I feel like I saw that at the barbershop. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I naturally gravitated towards fitness and I didn't really know that that was a passion, but because I was probably like studying working out as much as you guys were dancing. And had I recognized that, I totally should just went to kinesiology.
You probably did the right way.
So you were just educating yourself on two completely different things at the same time.
I
But
didn't even-
it still fits the same system kind of at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, both of you guys could still do the same jobs if you wanted, right? Like you could steal all his whole clientele.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We could interchange anytime. Like, Nick, you got bigger today.
You want to be fit? What are you doing with that guy?
You're literally doing a fitness career without a fitness degree
Yeah, for real.
That's true.
or licenses.
Or licenses, yeah.
Cool that you guys both did end up at stuff where you are the proof of your own method. You know what I mean? Where you can't hide behind a degree.
Yeah.
You have to be the success story that you're trying to pitch.
This is why the only thing in college actually teaches you right off the bat that is correct is when they're like your major does not equal your career or your profession.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
You can chill out on choosing one or choose one later, you know, or like choose one right now or whatever, and you can change it because it don't really matter too much. Did all you guys go to community college first before you went to a college?
I did. Yeah.
That's what I did. Because I couldn't get my shit together.
I also couldn't get my shit together.
In that transfer, when you transferred from community to like a UC or something like that or Cal State, that's you had to choose a major at that moment.
Yeah. You have to apply.
Not all schools are that way, but
You usually do, or you could go undeclared like I did.
Yeah.
You went into UCLA undeclared still, even though you did like community college or GE stuff beforehand.
So I did I know I was gonna go undeclared, but I also knew what the GEs were for the sciences. So I did all the science GEs. So when I got there, I had to take less classes.
God.
But I kind of already knew the path. I was just like loopholing it, yeah. But then community college was cool because you would meet a lot of people that are gonna change their whole thing. Like I met a guy that was like 30 something. He was like, I was a computer engineer. I fucking hated it. And so you really get this concept of like, oh, it's actually pretty normal to like change, or it's everyone thinks you got to pick one thing and stick with it for the rest of your life. And there's so many people that don't. They get unhappy.
I loved community college. I thought it was really cool. I met way cooler people.
I felt like the best students at community college were the people that were older.
Yeah.
So you would like learn from them and how they study.
I learned
because
from
like
them.
they wouldn't fuck around, and then you'd be like, oh, okay. You'd like I learned how to study from like the older people in my classes and stuff.
It felt more like you're in the trenches with people too. Yeah. Because some people are trying to fix fuck ups. Yeah. And then other people are just saving money. But like everyone kind of got along real well. Yeah.
You're all there for the same reason. You know what I mean? So
And
it's
you
like-
also learn like the coolness doesn't matter. So you know, like in high school, you want to be cool, right? So all the cool kids are sitting in the back or whatever. And then you realize there's people that aged out of cool. They're like 30 and they just want to get their life together. They're sitting in the front.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's just actually really practical. I'm going to start sitting in the front.
yeah.
Favorite thing is that none of you are cool. You're in community college.
Yeah.
Because that's how you felt. You felt like shame for going to community college.
But it kind of helped. It helped you focus on what really mattered. Yeah.
She'd be like, man, I'm fucking behind. And then for me, it was Tiff was at a regular, she was at CSUN already. And she was like already going to school. And I was on like, yeah, I'm in community college. So I felt like this weird like complex, even though it doesn't mean anything. But it's like, you know, it's self-imposed. So it would always be like, all right, I gotta hustle.
Almost what helps you work harder finally though. It really is. Were you fucking prom king at community college too?
Fuck you, dude.
Were you prom
bring
camp
that up,
PCC?
dude.
At PCC? Dude, who's prom camp PCC, dude?
It is weird though, going straight from high school and then all of a sudden you're classmates with a senior citizen and an ex-convict with no
Yeah,
leg
dude.
and a cane, and then like you have like just random classmates.
For real, though. That's so for real.
There's a grandma trying to learn English in your English class, and then like it's just a random group.
Or there's a Vietnamese fob that gets better English test scores than you, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? How are you so good at English? You can't even speak it.
Or there's like a 12-year-old child in your fucking math class.
There's a fucking
and you're just
kid,
like, what the
a smart guy.
Yeah.
The prodigies are sick.
That would make you feel real bad if there's a smart guy in your class.
Dude, the prodigies
You'd be like,
are-
what am I doing with my life?
At Cypress College, they had a fast track for mortuary sciences, so there was a shitload of goths.
Mortuary science is crazy.
They had a fast track there. That's so it's hella goth people.
I cannot relate with you guys. I was smart enough to go straight to UC.
Good for you,
Cool,
dude.
fucking fuck you, dude.
Yeah, you fucking
Hey, but
nerd.
you get to stay with your age range, you know?
Freaking dork.
Community college is weird.
And then you ended up the coolest guy at school. Ha ha.
Probably prom king of UCI.
That's because I was so focused on trying to be cool still for so long.